If you find yourself stuck in a creative rut and you need some new inspiration or something that just brings a little bit of sunshine to your projects or your craft room, today I'm going to share some tips to create the cutest little sweetest scenes featuring the Sweet as Honey collection. Join me, we'll have some fun learning these beautiful techniques and layering them on a fold-out card. To get started, we are going to use the stamps and dies from the Honey Bee Maiden stamp and die set. This has these beautiful little bees in it with wings. And then we have the Honey Bee Bungalows that we'll be using for this card as well. So the first time that I'm using these, I'll just stamp and die cut a bunch of the images and color them. So that's what I did with my little honeybees and the little bungalows and the honey pot. So we're going to share some colors and some techniques in coloring these. I did a layer of the sunflower archival ink first of all, just on the base of the honeybee. And then I added a little base of a little bit of a different color, peanut brittle memento, on the base of the actual bungalow. That's just a little bit more subtle color. You could test to see what you like. Then I'm going to go back with the bright Tangelo to color her hair a little bit and give some accents to her little leaves at the bottom. So you can, or her little skirt. So you can kind of color this however you prefer, but it's just kind of a fun way to add a fun mixture of colors. So the archival inks I use when I like to have something that's very bright and a little bit more colorful. We'll add a little bit of this color on the side here. Each time I color, it comes out just a little bit differently. But when you look at scenes like this, sometimes it can be a little bit intimidating and be like, oh wait, how do I color these? I'm going to switch to magenta hue and add a little bit of the darker pink right into these winged areas. Add a little bit more color in there so you can kind of make it as bright or as light as you prefer. We'll add a little bit around her belly. I just don't want it to be too dark, but just a little hint of that pink. And then we'll add a little bit of the magenta hue right in this section. This is where I kind of utilize the corner of the triangle sponge daubers just a little bit. So I'll just kind of blend that color in there. And then I'll go back and use a little bit of the Viridian archival ink and just kind of sponge that around the base of the edges. You could also do more of a leafy green if you wanted to, so you can really have some fun coloring those. But as you blend those colors together, you'll see some fun pops of color coming through. And so you can use those colors to create that quick and easy base for your bungalow, for your little honeybee maidens. Once you've done that, you can start putting your card together. There's so many different ways you can layer these cards together, but I really wanted to create a scene. So I chose different papers from the Sweet as Honey paper collection. I'm going to show you a quick way to cut out these papers for the fold-out cards. Now you could just use your traditional card base, but we're going to do this with the Floor Border Basics die. I'll just lay this on the back, the side that I want to have cut. We'll flip this panel down and use a lead pencil and just trace this so you can see exactly where to lay your die down. This is what I call precise versus using the eyeballing technique. So you'll just lay this on top. Just make sure that your pencil edge is on the outer top edge so that that will be perfect for you when you go to layer. So we're ready to run this through our die cutting machine. When you run this through your machine, you could do multiple pieces at a time. I have 2 layers right now. The pieces that I don't want to have exposed on the card are on the inside. So think of the piece that you don't want to have exposed on the card on the inside. Then when that comes out, that's all cut out beautifully for you. So you're going to go ahead and just layer that on the inside of your card. And then you can start adding those accent pieces that you just stamped and die cut and colored. So this is a fun way to make those quick cards that really tell a story. So some evenings when I don't have a lot of time to craft, I will just color a bunch of those images, and then I can make a quick fold-out card when I need something for a special birthday or just a thinking of you card. That's fun, that's cheering, just spreads a little bit of sunshine. So you have that beautiful card all ready to layer. So first of all, we'll add the little house with some foam dots. So you can go ahead and just layer that on the side. You'll still see those little trees on the background, so we'll just pop these in. You can add as many foam dots as you like. So we'll add them to the side. You could glue your little honey pot in the front as well. So these bees are busy making some honey. You can have some really fun stories that you tell using the fold-out cards, building these scenes that are quick and easy. So you'll just continue to add these pieces in. I'll just add this on the third layer up in here. So this one kind of pops out on the top. And you'll go ahead and add the little honeybee. You could add the second little bee bungalow in the background there as well, and then add your glitter, and you have that beautiful card finished in a flash. With the sweetest honey stamps and dies, you can make the cutest little cards. So the Honeybee Maiden stamps and dies are your core stamps and dies within this set, and you'll see them used throughout all the card samples that I'm showing. But here you've got the one I just used in the focal center. And do you see these beautiful backgrounds? That is all done from the paper using the background blossoms on the side. You've got your little honey pot and then the little bungalows as well. So with these, here's another one. This bee is on one of those little springs that just kind of makes it shake. That's a fun way to use it. Shaker card in the center using some of the elements from the paper collection, which is an absolute beautiful way to use those. Here's another way the Honeybee Maiden was used, using the little bungalow in the background. And these little octagons are perfect to stamp your sentiment on and use as a focal point in the front of the card as well. Another set with the honeybee bungalows that has all your core essentials to creating the little houses, the little honey pots, the little honey stir stick, and all those fun stamps and dies in that set. So you'll see those mixed throughout the cards as well. So here you have the little Honeybee Maiden on the top, a little bungalow on the side using a honey comb die or a honey pattern. I don't even know what you call that, but that comes from the Sweetest Honey Stamp and Die set. We have a stamp that's a little bit smaller, perfect for backgrounds. You've got another bungalow, the bees, and the sentiments. You are beautiful, you are sweeter than honey, and believe in here. And then this die is going to turn out to be one of your favorites. This has those little octagons, different sizes, and then you've got this beautiful background that you can use for altar projects. But here's some ways that we've used those. Here it's in the background. Here's a little bungalow paired with a sugar hollow tree. Here's the little bungalow on the side, and then we just pair this. You could do like even quilt patterns in the background to stamp the little pattern on top of these octagons. Here it's used as a beautiful card pattern, just using the papers in the background. Pull that open. How fun is that? Here we used it as an altar pattern, so you can sponge your paints, your glitters, and do some fun backgrounds. Pair it with the backyard blossoms. Isn't that stunning? Add those little bees. Here we've got the bungalow on the side with a beautiful backgrounds of the bees and a very simple yet stunning card. Here's another one. Isn't this cool? Believe and you are beautiful. Last but not least, we have these two card projects paired with the different bungalows. You've got that die pattern around the outside edge paired with the backyard blossoms. Beautiful little honeybees, and then here we have those little honeybee maidens and the sentiment, you are sweeter than honey. We have the papers that really pull this collection together. So when you look at these, you have those card front panels. You have those panels that you can cut out. You have the images that coordinate with the dies. You can cut those octagons out. You can make those beautiful scenes that you've been seeing today. These are all colored for you, so you'll have a lot of fun creating with those. Using these techniques in your creative imagination, you can create so many fun little scenes with the Sweet as Honey collection. If you don't own this collection yet, I've added the items below with quick links so you can do quick and easy shopping. I'd love to see what you create. You can share your projects with us on Facebook. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to get subscribed so you don't miss out on our upcoming videos. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you next time. Bye. We switched up some new camera angles, so we have it coming down from the top when I'm demoing. I'd love to hear what you like, don't like about the angles. Leave some comments below. Can't wait to hear from you.